uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, all right. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. Coming live from the studio. Live, 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 live. Chicago, my kind of town. Chicago. All right. Come on in, Chicago. Haven't talked to you guys in a couple of days. I kind of miss you. I tell you, what's up, King and Nicole? Kind of miss you guys. And I'm glad to be back. I've been going live, but not from the podcast live. So I'm glad I'm back here, back in with you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Gilda Simone, what's up, Gilda? That's a fact, Jack. Starting late. Yeah, it's late tonight. Well, this weekend tonight anyway, so come on in. Some of us don't have to work tomorrow. We're going to church tomorrow. Praise the Lord. And you know what it is. We're going to praise the Lord. Praise the Lord tomorrow. And I want to thank God for you guys coming on in tonight. We've got a lot going on, people. A lot going on. Tomorrow. All right. Chicago. What, Nathan? Nathan said, Chicago not my kind of town. As long as Brandon Jones is the mayor, he's not doing nothing. All right. He said, not. Don't say kinda. Anton Taylor. Hello, Mr. Martin Johnson. How are you today, sir? I'm great. Thank you for asking. Come on in, people. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in. Come on in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. I love being black. I love being black. Don't care who don't like it. Don't care who know it. Don't care who see it. I love being. I love being. I love being black. Mm-hmm. All right. Good evening, Raven Harris. All right. All right. Big Country. Ricky Moore, what's going on? Big Country checking in from what was that? Minnesota, Illinois. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. I wanted to say I need some good things about Chicago. Everybody thinks Chicago's all bad. Said bring back the days of the late great Mayor Hale Washington when Chicago was thriving with businesses and it was fun being in the midst of the city. Oh yeah. All right. Good evening, Martin, everyone. Good evening. Chanel Jones. All right. All right. Bandata Anderson, Lakeshore is a beautiful night. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Listen, people, what was going on tonight? I wanted to mention, tell us about all the wonderful things here in Chicago. It's going to be a different show today. And I probably won't have a panel. I just call in. You just call in and tell me what's good about Chicago. Now, if you don't have nothing good to say about Chicago, maybe you need not to call in. you know. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Mm-hmm. All right. Somebody said it's not the city, it's the bad people. Sherry Walker, hey, hey. All right, people, I need you guys to call in and tell me what's good about Chicago. I tell you, what's good about Tell Chicago? Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. We still in Black History Month. Tell us what's good about Chicago. Come on in. I need some good people to call in. Somebody said the food. Call in and tell me. Just call in. I'm not gonna have no panel tonight. I just wanna you to explain what's good about Chicago. Okay. Chicago. Somebody said the food is amazing. Chicago. What's good about Chicago? Come on, people. What's good about Chicago? Something got to be good about Chicago. I see one caller. And listen, we're not gonna have a panel tonight. You're gonna call in and tell us what you say, what you think is good about Chicago, and that'll be it. All right, caller 3268. What's good about Chicago? Tell me something good about Chicago. Hey, caller.
Roosevelt.
Oh, it's Roosevelt. Hey, Roosevelt. Roosevelt.
Hey, what's going on, Martin?
Tell me what's good about Chicago.
Well, I would have to say that once our weather breaks, I would have to say our weather is good. Plus, I do love our festivals in the summertime, whether it's the Latin Music Festival, whether it's the Gospel Music Festival or the Jazz Festival, which is some of my favorite. Plus, I do like the Skyline. I mean, golly, if I made a whole lot of money, I would give almost anything to be able to live in downtown Chicago. Because if you're in one of the high rises facing towards the east, or if you live in one of the high rises facing the west, you could see the sunset or sunrise. And I do think that we have one of the more beautiful skylines, like almost like ever, almost, Plus, I would have to say that the food here, our food cuisine and everything is very, very good here in Chicago.
See, and the purpose of me having this show tonight is just to tell people Chicago not all that bad. Ask some migrants. They getting paid. Some of them, they getting paid. They getting paid. So
it's good seeing you yesterday.
Oh yeah, likewise, Roosevelt. I seen you. I said that was my buddy Roosevelt. Yes, sir. So Roosevelt, you said the food, the Skyliner.
Yeah, I would love to stay in downtown Chicago. I mean, but it just, it just seems like for nicer areas like that, I mean, it just costs so much. I mean, sometimes on my smart TV, sometimes I go on YouTube and just Google like 4K video resolution of downtown Chicago, or I'll Google like different people talking about like living in downtown Chicago in the luxury high rises. So I'll just be sitting back in front of my 65-inch just when they show this stuff on TV, just fantasizing. I mean, but it just costs so much money to like live down there and everything. I mean, but if I had that kind of money or whatever, I probably would. I mean, because it's just like so nice. So plus downtown Chicago, everything is just so convenient. I mean, plus we do next to New York or London. I think that we do have like one of the more better transportation centers almost in the whole world. They say we have the next best, like most complex subway system next to New York or London or Moscow almost. So we could pretty much get around almost anywhere, even if you don't have a car.
So we got a good transportation hub. We got nice
Mhm.
skyliner. Oh man, skyscrapers. Oh my God, it's the works. Chicago's a lot. It's a beautiful place. I really tell you, it is a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Beautiful. I think it's a beautiful place, Roosevelt.
I do
Pers-
too.
personally.
I really do too. Sometimes in certain areas we know that it's all involved in the negative with the media saying so much is going on. Yeah, we know so much is going on,
Hmm.
but I mean, I think it depends on who you surround yourself and everything with and everything. Because if you really think about it, whether they be black, whether they be white or Latino or whatever, I mean, even some of the people you meet in Chicago all the time in all areas are really, really not so bad. I mean, plus if you go in other areas that's different from your own, I mean, you can see other kinds of people, hear all kinds of other different languages, and plus you can also sample all other kinds of food. I mean, it's a whole big world and a whole big city out there rather than just your little neighborhood.
Hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is beautiful. Downtown is definitely beautiful. One of the better communities. It is. Lincoln Park actually is a beautiful place too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They,
all of that on the north side.
mm,
Sometimes I'm gonna have to buy me a bike sometime this year, because I always used to like to go bike riding up north. Because I mean, that's one place I can bike ride. I feel like even in the street and actually feel safe and don't think I'm gonna get hit or just completely ran over like it is like on other sides of town. Because on the north side and downtown, it's just like so bike friendly. I mean, especially when it's nice and warm and everything out. I mean, it's just absolutely like beautiful. I mean, sometimes you just wish you were with that special someone and walking down like by the lakefront. Oh Lord have mercy. I spend so much time doing that and everything all by myself and just fantasizing, I tell you.
mm. So fantasizing, huh? Yeah, well, the north side
Yeah,
is
of what could be.
right. That's good. Hold on, Roosevelt. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, we need some more callers. We're not going to have a panel tonight. Take one call at a time. And we want to talk about good Chicago. What's good about Chicago? We hear about the crime. We want to hear about good things about Chicago. Why are people buying up property in Chicago? Why are people from another country coming here to live in Chicago, to choose a colder climate to come in? And they from a warm region. Why is it that
They look at all the benefits.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, because if you look at it, I mean, I think the suckiest thing we have in Chicago, like you said, could be the crime. And the crime, I think people have more control of or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only thing people have to do is just not do it. But the
Right.
weather, we don't have any control of. That's the most suckiest thing about Chicago. Other than that, it's completely beautiful. And don't think, as badly as we talk about them, don't think that some of these illegal migrants have not seen these images of Chicago. Just like I told you, I go on my TV and stuff on my
Mm-hmm.
smart TV. You can do it on your smart TV too, and just look at 4K images of downtown Chicago and everything. Don't think that they haven't done that. I think that that is just so beautiful and a very nice place to go to and to travel to. I mean, a whole lot better place than probably where they've come from. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, as badly as we talk about them, I mean, if they see how the city really looks and the benefits of it, like some of us who were born here and grew up here and live here, I mean, in a way, as badly as we might talk about them, you almost really can't blame them.
Okay. All right, Roosevelt. Well, thank you, Roosevelt. I'm gonna give me another caller. You can hang up. I'm gonna get a caller. You probably
Anytime, man.
okay. Thank you. I
Anytime.
appreciate it. Good seeing you too. All right. Thank you, Roosevelt. All
You
right.
too.
All right, people. Live, uncut, unedited. I need another caller. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. 6389. Come on in, Chicago, my kind of town. Hey, Sharice, how you doing? We just talking about good things in Chicago. That's all. Not people name the food, the Skyliner, the events in the park, the transportation. Some people said the jobs. We want to find all the good things about Chicago. Hmm. Yeah, they think that this is the land milk of honey. Crime is everywhere, not just Chicago. True. Hey, Martin, you are out to tell. Let's see. You ought to tell. Let's see. That's right. Tell the truth, shame the devil. All right, I need some callers. Chicago is multicultural. You know, we all have our own community. You got the Asian community. You got Greek town. You got where the Jewish people live, Skokie. You got where the black people live in the inner cities. Oh, somebody said, "What's the number?" Let me type in the number for you. 872. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Call in number. Call in number. Call in. Call in number. The food. We're looking for people to call in to tell us the good things about Chicago. The good things. All right. We got another caller. Out of town caller. 618. 618. Hey caller. 618 area code. You live, uncut, unedited. Come on, talk to us.
Has joined.
Hey caller.
Good evening, Martin.
Good evening. Tell us what's good about Chicago. What you like about Chicago?
Chicago has lots of culture, multicultural. It's a
Agreed.
big city. It's lots of transportation, lots of opportunity. The architecture is beautiful. The transportation is easy. It's it's lots of opportunity and lots of ethnic background. If you want to eat Chinese food, you go to Chinese neighborhood. You can eat the best Chinese food. If you want to eat Greek food, you can go to the Greek area and eat their best ethnic food. That's what I love about Chicago.
Well, what about the soul food? Come in the black area.
Oh, the soul food is so many places to choose from. But
What
yes, I
about
love
the
soul
Spanish
food
neighborhood,
too.
the tacos and the burritos
Oh yes,
and the
26
corn?
in
Yeah.
California. I mean 46 in Pulaski. Yes, yes, I
Okay.
know where to get my food from. I just left Chicago a few days ago. But
Okay.
yes, I've lived in Chicago many years. I don't live there anymore,
Hmm.
but I often listen to your channel.
Okay, great. What about we got this place called the Old Fashioned Donuts on 112th or 13th in Michigan. We got that donuts. We got restaurants, man. We got Garrett's popcorn here. Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
I get mine. I get my Garrett's popcorn in the mail. But what's your favorite ice cream? Where do you get your ice cream? Hand dip.
Oh wow. You mean handmade? Hand dip. You
Yes,
talking about
hand dip.
well, it's a place right there on 47th Street. Right there. I don't know if that's is that let me see what street is it? Is that is it Wabash or something? My goodness. I like that area, the black area. Then there's another area right here over here on Western. Is that
I
Western?
like this
Yeah.
place on 98th and Western called
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm
They
talking
give
about.
you the
Yeah.
five. I was eating that ice cream when I was a child,
Mhm.
and it's still there. It's still there.
So those are some of the things I
Yes,
like.
I love Chicago.
I like them polar sausage stands. You got one that was on Western for
I used to
years.
go to Jewtown when
Oh
I was a
yeah,
kid.
right
I
on
used to
Rose.
go to
Oh yeah,
Jewtown.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes,
Most definitely.
Yes, you be out there getting your fake gold chains,
Oh
and on the
yeah.
other side of
Oh
your car,
yeah.
they done took
And
your hubcaps off.
hey, what they got what they got a cigarette light burner. Hey, if it fade, it ain't real. Look, I'm
Yeah,
burning.
your
Yeah.
gold chain. Oh yeah, I remember Jewtown. I remember that. I was a kid getting Jewtown, and I was just driving past the expressway the other day on 18th and halted, and I said to the kids to let the windows down so they could smell the posters.
And
Tuned
you,
in. I'm on the
but
radio
if
on
you,
Facebook Live. Martin G. Thompson. Hurry up, listen to it. Hello, I'm sorry.
no problem. If you, and those of you that been down in Maxwell, we call it Maxwell Market, Jewtown, and it don't look nothing
Yeah.
like it used to look. Nothing. It was
No,
raggedy.
I remember
It
when
was
those.
it was raggedy,
Yes,
desolate down
yes,
there. Now you can't even.
yes. I remember when those places were being bought out, and we
Mm-hmm.
still try to come to Jewtown and shop and get our jeans airbrushed and you name it. You came to Jewtown for everything.
What was that store down in Jewtown back in the '90s? Everybody used to buy them hats. I think it's called Briar's hat. They had with the alligator skin, with the wings and the watch.
I
You know,
can't think of
yeah,
the
yeah,
name of it,
yeah. That was real.
but it was. I remember when Shernan's was there
Yep,
on
sure.
Roosevelt,
Yep,
and
sure
then
shoes.
it was a boutique on Roosevelt, and they only sold. You could go in there and get an outfit out off the rack, and it'd be the only outfit in the store like that.
Hmm.
I can't think of the name of it. Oh God, I can't think of it. I used to go down there and get a big old bag of socks and pillowcases and sheets and everything.
Has joined.
Hmm. Okay. I appreciate you. So
Yeah, I
thank you.
grew up in Chicago.
Yeah, thank you. But I miss them good old days. We still got some great things.
Yeah,
I love the taste of
I
Chicago.
like 71st and State too area
Yeah,
where
that
you
area.
can go and get the candy.
Well, I
You
used to
go
go
in there and get all that
candy,
candy
yeah,
and
from the
stuff.
candy
Yeah,
store
boxes
right
of
there.
candy. I go
Yeah.
get the candy and bring it back home.
Mm-hmm. I said,
Yeah, I miss Chicago. I was just there a few days ago, but I don't live in Chicago anymore.
okay. All right. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go to the next call. You can hang up now. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right, no problem. Hey, next caller, what's that? 0921.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Good, good. Tell me what's good about Chicago.
What's good about Chicago is founded by a black man, B. John DeSable. Sorry, DeSable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and Miss Margaret Burrs, which was a great art teacher. Then you got Barack and Michelle, Oprah, Kanye, you name them. You got a lot of great black celebrities that represent our city. Common, you name it, Farrakhan. It's a great legacy to come up here if you want to try to be somebody. Great town to start.
Has joined.
Okay. What? Yeah, that's great. You named some pioneers here. Jesse Jackson
Yeah,
live here. That's a great point.
Jesse Jackson. Yeah, let's not forget about him. Another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a great town, great city. I've been here all my life. Besides the gang boundaries and all that, man,
No,
it's
but we
part
need
of
to.
the city.
We
But you got,
listen. We want all the good things. We don't mention nothing negative.
yeah, but okay, but you
That's
got the neighbors and all that. The elders that look after you and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, going to school, teaching you how to, take care of your community as far as cut your grass and clean out the sewers so your house won't flood. You have those block club parties,
mm-hmm.
home of the hoagie. You got, like you said, the donut place, a lot of great
Yeah.
black businesses for us. Yeah, so it's a lot of great stuff that's going on in Chicago that don't be talked about. But yeah, it's a great stuff. You got your organization, brother Jamil Cole over there, Jamal Green doing real estate now. Then you got brother Joseph and all them. They doing my father's bed club and the homeless guy that's doing the food for the homeless. So it's a lot of stuff going on with that Dove Trail project. It's a lot of good stuff that's going on in Chicago to help Chicago also with great people
Mm-hmm.
and these great organizations.
Great. Thank you, call. I'm gonna go to the next call. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. All right, caller. 8037.
Good evening. What up, Martin?
All right. Tell me what's good about Chicago, man.
Seeing groups of black people on the block
Mhm.
celebrating something like every weekend.
Okay.
That's beautiful to me. It's like watching a party.
Okay.
So that's what's that's what's good about it. Then you got Washington Park in the summertime. Hey, that's full every weekend too.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Uh,
Um, what about do they got any places that you can fish here in the city of Chicago that you know of?
yeah, like there's a little like a lake over at Douglas Park.
Okay.
And then of course you got Lake Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else good about Chicago? I know you can tell me a couple more things else. Couple more things.
The club scene.
Okay, the club scene. Okay. Okay.
Uh, that's all I can think of for now.
I'm waiting on somebody else to tell me something. You guys, the last person mentioned a lot of people, but there's a lot of people. You could say house music got discovered here. Yep,
Oh
house
yeah,
music. Well, the drill music, well, I'm being proud of it. Then you got artists like R. Kelly came from here. You know, it's a
yeah,
lot of influential people come from here. Common sense. Yeah. So you gotta think about that. Our brother, what's his name? The billionaire that I was getting into with the Jewish people. Was it Kanye West? Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody said the Ebony magazine, the Jet magazine. Yes. Yeah. We got different museums. We got the Art Institute, the Museum of Science and Industry. We got the DuSable Museum. So these we have a lot of great things, the heritage here.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Anything else?
Man, it's just a good place to party. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You just have to mind your business. Mind your
yeah,
business. Mind your business. It's a beautiful place. Why you think people from all around the country coming here, foreigners? They come here for a reason. Coming here for a reason. Somebody
Uh,
said Soul Train initially aired in the 1970s. That's right, in Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was local.
The Bud Billiken Parade. We have the right. That's right, Cynthia. I mean, what's that? Juanita. You're right. We have the largest black parade in the country here in Chicago. Okay. Okay, brother. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go to the next call, okay? Thank you so much. You can hang up now. All right. Got a
Uh,
couple more calls. All right.
Mountain.
All right. All right.
Has joined.
All right, Mr. All right, old timer. What's going on?
Well, how's it going there tonight, sir?
All right, we're talking about Chicago tonight. We're talking about what's some of the good things about Chicago. So it's your choice. If you
Has
want to talk
joined.
politician, whatever you want to say, tell us some good things about Chicago. That's all we're trying to hear. We're
It's
not trying
coming
to,
in.
huh? Go ahead.
Yeah, but I understand.
Hold
I
on,
think
people.
somebody else trying to come in.
Yeah, hold on. Sir, just have to hold on until I call on you, okay? When I call on
Has
you,
joined.
all right, thank you. When I call on you, that's when you answer. Go ahead, old timer. Okay.
Yeah, Chicago is loaded with a lot of memories and good places to visit. Um, First of all, the churches. You got a lot of churches there.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of gospel choir. The parks, that you can go to.
Hey, even you know what? Now that I'm thinking,
The town.
even the church you from, the Church of God in Christ, Bishop Ford, the expressway was named after him. Yeah, right there, the
Yes, sir.
Bishop
That's right.
Ford. So we do have history there. Yeah,
Yeah,
on that. Yeah,
yeah. People need to know that used to be the Calumet Expressway,
right,
turned into the Bishop Ford.
right. Bishop Ford.
That's history in Chicago.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And all places that you can go to in Chicago, and golf courses.
Yep, we got golf courses, right? On the
neighborhood.
on the south side of Chicago, we got golf
Yeah,
clubs. Yeah.
yeah. I done played at Jackson Park.
Mm-hmm.
I played at Joe Louis, the champ.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Ford was the one that had Joe Louis, the champ, revitalized out there. And so when black people can be glad to have a golf course. But I played at Jackson Park also.
Okay.
And there's a lot of nice places in Chicago that's worth going down there just to go down there and visit.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy coming to the city. I was born and raised in the city, so I like city life.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the quietness of the suburbs and all that. I understand that too. But I was raised in the suburbs. I was always raised in the city,
Mm-hmm.
and life is what you make it. And Chicago has been a harbinger for people that want to do right. That's a good place to be able to be. You can you got good name recognition. You can be a good, strong politician. You got the Pullman Ford headquarters over there on 111th Street.
Yeah, that's
historic.
Correct. Historic, yeah.
Yeah, it's historic stuff. Yeah, and that's stuff that every black person ought to know. They ought to take their children over there to see the Pullman Historical Society over there. That's been revitalized. So they got a lot of places down there to see. So they got some good things that I say that Chicago is the city of broad shoulders for a reason, because they got a lot that you can see down there, and I enjoy coming down there. And then they ain't including all of the restaurants that me and the wife have visited.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we did hobnob to some of the most the five, what they call it, 5-star restaurants. We've been to I've been to one of the top 10 restaurants in the world on the 50th floor of the Board of Trade.
Mm.
It was a French restaurant.
Right.
And I took the wife there for the anniversary. That was one of the top 10 restaurants in the world. And you had to go into a private eye. You call your electric eye. It's down by the border, the exchange place, down on the exchange place down there. I've been to the Cité, when Oprah Winfrey had Cité.
Mm-hmm.
I went to one on West Lincoln Park over called Ambria. All these are 5-star restaurants that we hobnob. And before I started going to church, I was going to Dingbat and a lot of other places that was down there in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So Chicago got a lot that you can see. And I advise everybody, hey man, let your life go free and explore the what Chicago has to offer and make it better.
Make it better.
When we leave here, we want to be able to say I made something better, while I was here. So, that's one. A lot of people invested in Chicago, and that's why it is the way it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good city.
Yeah.
A strong city for strong minds.
Yeah, I
They
think
have a strong mind, though.
old time. I think it's a good city to own property in too. I think so too. It's a good city to own property. But okay, old time. I'm gonna get somebody else time. I thank you for calling in. I'm just going down the list. I ain't gonna hold nobody late too late tonight, but I just want to, we hear so many bad things, especially on this live, and I want us to say, I want to hear some good things about Chicago. Some good things about Chicago.
Well, Black History Month.
Thank you.
Black History Month.
Thank you.
We don't have a lot to be able to say about it. If we don't know, if a man don't know his history, he's doomed to repeat the past.
That's right. That's right.
So, why would you want to repeat the past? Because if you don't know your history, then you don't know where you're going.
That's right. That's right.
So we got to have a mark in front of us. So our history is that we've been a people of survival, and survival because of what we've been through. And so now we continuing to march on to the freedom land, which hopefully, what we go in heaven going to be our ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm.
But, in the meantime, we still have to fight for freedom down here in this world down here. So we'll be doing that, and, we're making it, by the help of the Lord. So thank you, man. God bless you.
Thank you, bro. Peace out.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay. My brother, 630 area code. Come on. 63 area code.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Bill. All right. I figured that was you. Go ahead, Bill. What's good about Chicago, man? Tell us
Yeah,
something good, man.
man,
Hey
there's a
Bill,
lot of good stuff.
before you get started, man,
Uh,
ain't it so good just to hear something positive about Chicago, man? Man, this is
yep,
I ain't gonna
yep,
lie to y'all.
yep. It lighten.
Reading some of these comments and listening to some of you guys. Oh my God, you guys like wow, it's like renewing the spirit in me. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead. It's the energy.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Maybe we need to say some stuff that the younger crowd could relate to. That's back in the day, or a reminder of some of the good stuff. Man, a lot of people touched on some of the things that I like to mention as far as as far as eating here in Chicago. It's like no other place, man. Maybe New York. We got authentic food from all around the world, man.
Mm.
Talking about stuff that originated here. We got the Italian beef, which is a sandwich that stands second to none, invented in Chicago. You know, uh, uh, an old timer might be one of the only few on here that would remember, or it might be somebody on the chat line. There was a place called Riverview. I was a little kid back in the '60s. Was amusement park, but then after then, some years later came Funtown.
Yeah, I remember Funtown.
I don't,
I was a little
believe,
boy.
I don't know if it was black owned, but it was in the hood.
Yeah,
It was
95th.
right there on 95th.
Yeah, I
in
remember
Stony.
that. Yeah, I've been there.
And if you remember mine going there, all the times that I went, I don't even remember seeing a fight.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably was eventually, but I don't even remember. And I went countless times. Never a fight or anything of that nature. Definitely don't remember it being a killing there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good old time. But another original thing from Chicago that Chicago has that many other places, they like to call uh, um, Hershey, Pennsylvania, the candy capital of the world. But if you weigh it out, truthfully, Chicago is, because Chicago, Hershey, PA got Hershey bars and all the Hershey products, but Chicago has Brock, Ferrara Pan, they got Mars, we had Wrigley. All of these are heavy hitters
Mm-hmm.
that cornered the market. As far as I'm concerned, it's the candy capital of the world. Not just because I'm here, but just weighing out the situations, you know. But there's so many, and there's a lot of beautiful people here, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things to do that don't even take a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Man, we have
Yeah,
so much history, man. I'm looking at people put on the taste on 63rd and Low. I remember that. Somebody put that on there. I was like, man, I remember that. Navy Pier. Nobody talked about the Navy Pier. That's still nice. It's still there. That's real nice. Then we talked about some restaurants. A company, Zenith. Remember Zenith? Bill Zenith.
yep.
Leon's
My
Barbecue.
dad worked there.
Yep. Leon's Barbecue. Yep. The skating rink. The rink still. I mean, these are the things that, my God, I mean, man, it just Bill, this doing something to me tonight. And
Yep.
hey, wow. Remember
I tell
that?
you, one of my
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
one of my most fun times being alone that don't cost a dime. Um, um, Being on the internet, and it started. I was looking up old old um, stores in Chicago. I was looking up Zaire's and Community and Goldblatt's, and it took me from the stores going into the neighborhoods. You were seeing 63rd and Halsted, Madison, Pulaski, downtown, Marina City.
Mm-hmm.
It showed me it took me to all the shows downtown, the Roosevelt Theater. I remember a time, Martin, I could take $10 and go eat at Ronnie's Steakhouse and have a steak, go to a movie, a premium movie, the Roosevelt Theater, Chicago Theater, see a movie, catch the bus down there, go down there with $10 and come back and have change from $10. A movie, a steak, and transportation there and back. Super transfers.
I remember that.
Be 70 cents. You can ride all over the city. You old soul, Martin.
I remember that. I'm 60. Listen, I remember that. I remember that super transfer. Man, we couldn't wait till Sunday to get that super transfer, man. So I remember those days. So see, people, young people, those of you that's listening to us now, and I know we sound old and outdated, but trust me, Chicago is a beautiful place. You just have to know when to go, where to go, and you got to know how to navigate. You got to know how to navigate. You have to. Yeah, you have to. Yeah. All right. Then, you know, nobody talked about the blues players. We had a lot of blues players here, too, that was singing, that lived here. Johnny Twist, Tyrone Day. A lot of them guys came in Chicago and sang. Muddy Waters, right? He lived here.
Muddy Waters?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of history.
He lives here until he died.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know of his kids. Out in Westmont, Illinois, they moved to.
See, so it's a lot. It's a lot we need to know, people. Good thing, man. We forget all this, man. You remember the Rose on the west side, Bill? I never went to the Rose, but I knew about the Rose.
Yep.
I never went to the Rose.
Yeah, but I took a picture up in there on my birthday. Rose. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Bill.
20-some years old.
Go ahead. 20. Go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead. Close them out, Mike.
Yeah, okay.
Close them out, man.
Yeah.
I'll be on here all night,
man. All right. I'm just everybody speaking, they hang up because I got 2 more callers and that'll be done for the night. I just want the young people. Okay. Hey, Bill, before you go, you remember they had the fort on 39th Street. I don't know if you ever went to the fort. They was having parties. We had the fort, 39th.
Yes.
Drexel. Was that Drexel? Right off Cottage Grove?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You would always to see it almost right from Drexel. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Y'all remember the Greyhound bus station used to be downtown too. Yep. Ronnie Steakhouse. Oh my God. Bill, we gotta go, cause man, we're gonna keep naming. All right. Thanks, Bill. All right.
Yep.
Peace out.
All right.
0900. Come on, 900. We're talking about Chicago.
Martin.
How you doing? All right. What you know about Chicago? Good. Oh man, that's right. The pool halls, y'all. Oh my God, the game rooms. Go ahead. What do you remember about Chicago? What you know about Chicago? What's good about Chicago? We need all good stuff. We don't need nothing bad now. We just talk about good stuff. Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
Memories.
All right. So we got Twister.
Yep, we do got Twister. Yep, from Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Crucial Conflict. Yeah.
We got the Bud Billiken Parade.
Yeah, which is one of the oldest and the largest parades in the country. Yeah.
And we had we used to have a block party.
Oh yeah.
What else? We got we got like as far as the corn man. I think Chicago's one of the only cities that really do something. They really do stuff like that. We had like the little candy stores. People used to sell candy and the snowballs. I think that's exclusive to Chicago right there.
Yeah, I think
that is too. We got the juke music.
Oh yeah, the juke. You know what? You're right. The juke music. Yeah, I call it the ghetto house. Yeah,
we can't forget that.
You know what? Didn't the footwork come from here?
Footwork.
Yeah, the footwork. Yeah, we knew about the house, but the footwork. Yeah, forgot all about that. The footwork.
Yeah. Remember that song? Bounce and Break Your Back.
Yeah.
The K-Swiss song. Yeah, they used to play all that stuff for the block parties. All that good stuff. I still play that stuff every now and then, but that's exclusive to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we got house. I'm a fan of house music. What else? You know, we really got we got the Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
you're right.
Can't
You're right.
forget that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I remember that. We won the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. That's right.
Yeah.
Nobody talk
Ain't no
about.
other football.
You're right. Nobody had talked about that. Nobody talked about Michael Jordan and the Bulls when we
Oh
won
yeah,
them
Michael Jordan.
them
Yeah.
6 championships we had here. Yeah, man.
But you know what? But you know what the Bears in the Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh, man,
That's
that was-
really exclusive to
Yeah,
Chicago.
that
Ain't no
was
other football team came up with no anthem like that.
right. That's right.
Um.
I still got that record too, Super Bowl shuffle.
Yeah, my mom. She said she still got the tape.
Yeah.
Yep. What else? Oh, you know, we got Good Time.
Yeah.
You know, shot right there, Cabrini
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
Can't forget that. That's an iconic show right
That's
there.
true.
Good
That's
Time.
true.
I grew up watching that.
Yeah.
What else?
What about the Jesse White Tumblers? They care.
Oh yeah. Jesse White Tumblers. Jesse
they-
White Tumblers.
I think they originated from Cabrini Green, but everybody, you know, they opened it up. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's actually who I meant to say instead of the Bud Billiken Parade, because I remember, because I grew up on the west side, not the south side, and so when we had block parties, it was always the Jesse White Tumblers. I think it was them who came to the block parties, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was them on the west side. What else we got? Well, you know, we got some great food, that's for sure.
Yes, name some of the
Great
foods.
food.
Name some
we
of
got
the
Mal
foods.
sauce. We got Mal sauce.
Oh yeah, the
Mal
Mal
sauce, Martin.
Yeah, the Mal
Come
sauce.
on now, that's
Hey,
original to us.
I was ketchup hot sauce man anyway, and black pepper, ketchup hot sauce, black pepper. Putting it on, open the potato chips and putting it on salt and sour. Oh my God, hot sauce. Oh my God, flaming hot sauce. Oh my God.
Oh, you know what else?
Yeah.
You know what else? Remember when we was back in the early 2000s when you could when you would get you would go to the little corner store and you would get the Doritos or the hot Cheetos and you would get the cheese and meat put on for like an extra 25 cents, 50 cents.
They still do that here. They still do that too here. Yeah.
Oh, they still do it?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay,
still
man.
do.
Okay.
I don't buy that stuff though. I don't mess with it. That stuff be sitting in the crock pot all day. Nah, not me.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had that stuff since I was, 10, 11 years old. But what else do we have? One thing I really noticed about Chicago when I come up there is that I just don't see really anywhere else that I've been. We really have a pride for our city. It don't matter if you're on the west side, the south side, the north side, the east side, whether you're on the train or the bus, you see Chicago stuff all around, whether it's flags, you see stuff painted with the Chicago flag, the cop cars, they got the Chicago flag. You see like the Bears or the Cubs, or you see like statues decorated or things hanging around businesses that represent Chicago, like mostly the sports teams. We just really got a love for, there's a real sense of community, as far as like the heritage and pride of the city, And what else? I'm trying to think of some other kind of history.
I want to say something before your time real quick. Bill, if you're listening, and those that are older, y'all remember the finger waves? I had some of those back in the day, the finger waves. A lot of guys used to get the finger wave. We used to call it the butter. The butter had a butter on the head. Chicago was known for that. The butter, and you put the bunny rabbit on your head, get it sprayed in, or the 6-point star, all that. So that's me flipping for your time, 900. But I had to bring that out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the finger waves, but I mean the waves in general. I remember boys used to have the waves.
Right,
they
brushing the waves, and I remember that.
Yeah. My brother used to do that all the time. Keep brushing and brushing and brushing all the time so you get those waves. Yeah, I remember that. What else? We got the icy cups, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember going to people's houses.
I said that. I'm trying to think about what else. I don't. A lot of people named a lot of the celebrities. Did somebody mention Oprah?
Yeah, they did mention Oprah over old time. Yeah.
Okay. Obama, of course. Trying to think of somebody else. Oh, you can't forget Betty White. She's from Oak Park, Illinois.
Okay.
You know, it's right next door. Betty White grew up in Oak Park.
Okay.
You know, I should know more facts too because I follow a couple Chicago history pages on Facebook. I should know more.
Any famous gospel singers come from Chicago that you could think of? I could think of especially gospel. I could think of a lot of gospel choirs. Yeah.
What about what's that? No, I can't think of her name right now. She was an old one. She died years ago. I can't think of any. You know any?
Yeah, you know what? They had you had Father Hayes, their choir out there. You had the Fellowship Church, they had a choir. They would sing great with was it he did what is his name? What is his name? The church used to be the pastor. I see his face in my mind. On 46 in Princeton. Yeah. Let me think of his name. I said about Dr. Charles Hayes.
Clay Evans.
Yeah, Clay Evans. That's right. Clay Evans. And Father Hayes. You remember they used to sing that song. They still sing that song. Came in that church. What's that song? It's an up-tempo song. Pay your light bill and you got this. What is it? The song that they sing is so famous. They still sing it right now today. Yeah. But Clay Evans is one. A lot of great choirs here. A lot of great choirs here on the church scene. Definitely on the church scene. Oh yeah. Somebody put on here where the fire hydrant goes off during the summer. Oh my God, that was fun. Y'all know I went through the fire hydrant this summer. Yeah, we did that when I was a little boy. Well, I just recently
Double Dutch.
Yeah, the double Dutch, hopscotch. We played the jacks. The jumping, So all these things that about Chicago, people, it's like man.
I want to say, I think that fire hydrant thing, I think that's kind of also. I mean, maybe other states have done it too, but you know, I think that's a thing exclusive to Chicago too, mostly because, you know, I definitely remember the fire hydrant thing. They would come around. I don't know how they would get those things open. I don't know how. I still don't know how they would get them open, but they would get them open.
Hey,
and it was still.
This is another thing might be for your time. Hey, other guy, he might remember. Remember, we had the big old boom boxes. We would walk around with it on our arm and carry around the big old boom boxes. Had that too. I remember that back in the day. And also, y'all remember because I used to be a part of when we used to put the linoleum down on the break dance on the ground. And a lot of times we go to different neighborhoods and break dance against guys. So we did that in Chicago as well. So that was a great thing in Chicago. Man, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Mahalia Jackson from Chicago?
I'm not
sure. That's the one I was thinking
of. Yeah. House music. That's right. Rainbow Skate Ring.
You can't forget also. I'm gonna say. Oh, I kind of forgot now. What, you know, I kind of forgot. But yeah, you know, we got a lot of.
What about the housing? Somebody named the housing projects. You had a Cabrini Green, the Robert Taylors. You had the Henry Hornets. Y'all Hornets. What else, y'all? There was a lot of
Allgale Gardens. That's still around.
Yeah, Allgale Gardens is still around. Leclerc Courts. Leclerc Courts, that was on 47 and Cicero and all that. Wow. So it's wow.
Oh yeah, you can't forget, Martin. You can't forget people getting on the bus and outside the store selling socks, DVDs.
Oh yeah.
Cotton candy.
Yeah.
CDs, DVDs, socks. You know, getting on the bus. You know, they don't get on there and pay. They just get on there and walk up and down and then they get off. You know.
Yeah.
I remember if you could go to the when you go to the candy stores, you can get the little bootleg CDs.
Yeah.
$5 a CD. You know, they got the pictures of the songs on there, and they got they got the songs written in with a Sharpie, or they might be stamped on there. But I still got some of those CDs. They got Sierra, they got the Isley Brothers. I still got those CDs that I bought years ago. like $5, a CD.
Okay, I didn't know this. Now, hold on. Kathy said that Earth, Wind, and Fire, Lou Rawls, the Shy-Lights. I knew about that. Jennifer Hudson, Kanye West. I remember R. Kelly. We do have some of those right here from Chicago. Right here from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Right here from Chicago.
I didn't know Earth, Wind, and Fire from Chicago.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know that.
Let me look it up. Let me see.
Yeah.
I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. September. Let me see.
Okay. Oh yeah. Who remember this radio station? WHPK radio. I remember that. That's one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're right, Martin. They're right. They're origin, Chicago, Illinois.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I can't believe that.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I just googled it.
The choke sandwiches. Yes,
okay.
I remember the choke sandwiches. Yeah. Wow. That's something. It's a lot more than that. The Empire Show. Who remember The Awakening? Years ago, The Awakening. I think it was Pastor Clifford Turner. Their church was out there on 79 right off Western.
Out of Liberty Church.
Yeah, Liberty. Yeah, that's right. Boy, this brother know. Man, yeah. In the House of Maddox, the best hospital. I remember.
Oh, Mark, you can't forget this one. Al Capone.
Yeah, Al Capone from Yeah. Now,
well,
okay.
There's no place like Chicago.
Right. Go ahead, Marcus. 900. You can go hang up. We're done with you, okay? Because I'm just taking one call and done. And Marcus is going to be my last one. Okay, thank you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow strong. I took a couple of days break. All right. Okay, appreciate you. All right.
Good night.
Good night. Go ahead, Marcus.
There really is no place like Chicago.
Man, Marcus.
Hold on, Marcus.
Marcus, before you start talking, by you just listening, didn't it bring back so many memories, man? Man, chills going through my body right now, man. Go ahead, Marcus. Start talking. We're going to close it out with you. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
Chicago is a unique city.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how we see the negative side, those of us who know what it was like to grow up, even the weather, we might say we hate the snow. But, brother, I love the snow. And Chicago wouldn't be Chicago without the snow. We have had some good times growing up in this city. I grew up in Inglewood. Inglewood wasn't always shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
Right.
It was a great neighborhood to grow up in. I remember playing running in bases, strike them out. We would even throw the ball and hit the top and run with that. We had a lot of fun. And Chicago is a very unique city. It's unique because of its neighborhoods. Its neighborhoods are not boring. They have a unique style. They have their own culture. And then Chicago is a walking museum. Mm-hmm. You can be downtown. I was just downtown today at the Wintrust Bank doing an event. And come to find out, that was the bank that the blimp crashed into.
Oh, wow.
And they covered up the ceiling because of that. And they built, of course, on top. It's a lot of hidden history. Inglewood itself has a lot of history in it. And it was a part of the Underground Railroad. Ogden Park, Hamilton Park. Hamilton Park used to be a part of Inglewood. It used to be part of East Inglewood. So Chicago is, I don't know, everybody has said a lot. All I can say is I remember the Icy Cup days. I remember the candy house. I had a candy house. I actually ran one as a kid. So I remember those moments where we played in the street and the street lights would come on. But I'm going to tell you something, Martin. I could stay out on the back porch to 12 o'clock at midnight and on a hot summer day, and the guys will be out there playing basketball in the backyard in the building where I lived at 407 West 71st Street. And out front, the pimps and the prostitutes is nothing negative. It was the way things was in the 70s and 80s. It was walking up and down the street, and it was respect. The gangs had respect. The little groups that hung out in the hallway of my building, they had respect. They did their little smoking weed, but they had respect for the people. It was a close-knit community. You could borrow salt if you didn't have salt. You could borrow sugar if you didn't have sugar from a neighbor, whether they were next door to you or downstairs. Or if your gas was off, You could actually go next door and take a bath in a neighbor's tub. That's how friendly black people were in Chicago at one time. And I caught some of that growing up in the 80s. And going to the schools are unique. I went to Ryder, Burnside, Bass. Those schools are hundreds of years old. And they're unique. All I can say is what everybody has said about this city. I hope the young people are listening. We grew up in a city that wasn't always shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I remember the break dancing era. You remember how the Michael Jackson jackets came out?
Everybody
Chicago played a lot with that.
Yeah, that's right, Marcus.
And
that's right.
I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but the Oscars are made here in Chicago.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The awards, the Oscars are made here in Chicago. And they probably mentioned Brock's Candy, but Reggie Old's black-owned pizza, Chicago. All right? We got the Maxwell Polishes, Chicago, the Chicago-style hot dog. I done went to Indianapolis. They can't do it right. I went to D.C. They can't do it right. I almost set a hot dog stand down in D.C. when I told the Chinese lady, this is not a Chicago-style hot dog. We do not put ketchup on our hot dogs. And we don't use pork. We use Vienna beef.
Yeah. Marcus, real quick. That's right. That song Father Hayes and them made, Jesus Can Work It Out. That's right. That's right. Then we had the Soul Children. So gospel had played a role in this, people. It played a role in this city. Now, everything, you know.
And it's another song, man, I can't think of it, but it's another song that came out in the 90s. And, man, I just can't think of it right now, but it was a lot of churches sing that song, but it came out in the 90s. A lot of choirs came out of this city. Mahalia Jackson is from this city.
Oh, I know that.
She lives right over there in the Chatham neighborhood.
Okay.
Mahalia Jackson. Man, it's a lot of gospel. Nobody mentioned Albertina Walker.
Yeah,
went to West Point Missionary Baptist Church. It's a lot of people that Shy Lights was in Inglewood. It came out of Inglewood. A lot of people, a lot of famous people. But let me talk about the basketball players. Gennaro Pargo played for the Bulls. Jeremy Pargo played for the Memphis Grizzlies, I think, and then he went overseas. They're from Chicago. You know, it's a whole lot.
Yeah, Ben Wilson
about this city.
Yeah. Ben Wilson, he was going to be a professional until he got killed, but I know we're not saying it, but he was an icon here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole lot to this city that people need to know. They don't know. It's a whole, and then me and you, we from Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. We from Chicago. Yeah.
Take a walk downtown and just look at this city. I'm telling you, I done been to Indianapolis. Indianapolis ain't got nothing on Chicago. I done been to California. California, as beautiful as it is, they don't have nothing on Chicago because Chicago has food, and food brings people together, right? We got Giordano's. We got several pizzerias, Italian Fiesta. We got Home Run Inn Pizza. Then we got tavern-style pizza. We got Harold's Chicken. We got Uncle Remus. But then we got I-57 out here. We got other barbecue places that no longer exist. You had Ribs Unlimited on 79th and Loomis. Churches started here, and White Castle started here. White Castle started in Chicago. People forgot about Comiskey Park, what it was like to be at Comiskey Park at the White Sox. You know, we know about the Cubs, the Blackhawks. One thing about Chicago has its racism, don't get me wrong. But sports, food, and when it comes to the weather, it brings us together.
Marcus, what about the Emmett Till? Was his
Emmett Till? Yeah, Emmett Till.
How did we forget that? It's Black History Month. Yeah.
How could we have forgotten that? Emmett Till. And there's another guy. Remember the Red Summer? 1919, people have forgot about that, even though that's kind of negative. But if we're going to talk about the positive side, we got to kind of talk about the other side of Chicago. But Chicago is a great city.
It
I don't
is.
care what nobody say.
It is.
It's tough to live here economically, but it's still a great city.
Mm-hmm.
It's got its racism, but it's got its peace to it.
Mm-hmm.
The lakefront is free to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The skyline is free to everybody. And people think that it'll cost you $500,000 to have a decent meal at a hotel restaurant. If you can buy McDonald's, you can have a meal at the Palmer House.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. Chicago got hotels. I mean, it's so much to be said about this city. And then you got the double-decker bus, you got the boat rides, the lakefront, the river, the bridges, the double-decker bridges that go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a photographer's dream. Come here and shoot this city. And guess what? Unlike some other cities, you don't need no permit to take pictures.
Oh, Jessica Jackson
Chicago,
said Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan came. I heard that
yeah,
too.
Shaka Khan.
Oh my God,
Marshall
man.
Warfield.
Woo! Boy, listen, boy, y'all.
Marshall Warfield
Yeah.
played on Night Court.
And y'all got the crime chaser that's going down in the history books. I tell you what. And you got Marcus. Marcus started from the ground, taking photos on basketball courts and stuff like that. Now he's
in the alley, in the backyard.
Yeah.
In
now
my backyard in Inglewood.
He's doing a professional, playoff game, professional
All-Star.
basketball, all-star game. Yeah.
I've done the All-Star. I'll be doing the Bulls game tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, Chance the Rapper?
Back at the
Chance the Rapper?
Yeah, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. Wow. We remember
and
the radio.
You can't forget Chicago's activists.
Yeah.
You just can't forget Chicago activists who caused the police department to have body cameras today.
Yeah.
You can't forget all of the people that were out there in them streets.
Protesting, yeah.
Marching day and night, risking their lives and risking their freedom.
And some of y'all old timers.
What brought us together?
Yeah. Some of y'all old timers who can say, you remember Purvis Spann, the blues man. I think they own WVOA. Yeah. Man, he was something else, wasn't Herb Kent?
Yeah.
Herb Kent. Yeah. Yeah. And y'all don't forget
Let's not forget Antioch.
Yeah.
Reverend Wilbur Daniel.
Yep. Daniel was a good preacher too. What about Casper, the Casper slide? Somebody said earlier today. The cha-cha.
Yeah.
So,
Casper.
yeah.
Reverend T.L. Barrett.
T.L. Barrett, the Life Center. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget these people. I mean, Antioch helped a whole lot of people in Inglewood. They gave out they were the Saint Sabina of Inglewood. We look at Father Flager, but man, Antioch was doing it in Inglewood. Them houses that's along 63rd, Antioch. Haven Homes over there on 63rd and 71st and Wentworth, Antioch. Let us not forget Kennedy King College. A lot of great people came out of it. And when you think about Paul Robeson High School, you think about the bad side. But there were a lot of great people who came out of Paul Robeson. Calumet High School, Simeon, as we know, turned out to some of the best of NBA ball players.
Then we had Isaiah Thomas from the West Side. I think Mo Cheeks. Yep. So man, Mark McGuire played college here. Oh my God, we had some folks here, boy. I'll tell you. I remember the old radio station.
A lot of people don't know.
Go
the
ahead.
Bears used to practice at Ogden Park in Inglewood. People don't know that. And I can tell you, for those who don't know how big Ogden Park is, this is fact. Ogden Park is 60.2 acres.
Wow.
That's a big park.
Hey, Marcus. When you was a little boy and I was a little boy, what about the Garden Angels? Used to ride on the red line and all that. Was years ago.
They need to bring them back on the train.
Yeah.
They need to put them back on the train because it's riding the train today. People are riding and they don't care.
We need some good things, Marcus. All right. Yeah. Roddy Jones.
But no, they need to put them back on the train. And I remember the graffiti. I remember the game room, Martin, and I know they've already talked about it. But every corner store had a game room, and it was a unique sound. You would walk in that store, and they would do the some of them would have a little restaurant thing going on in there, and a lot of stores was black owned in our neighborhood.
Yes,
we had cleaners, we had restaurants. Oh, Inglewood was laced with them.
That was a stop on 58. The Green Line used to have a stop on 58 when it came across the expressway. And there was a lot of restaurants up and down that area. Our neighborhoods was flourishing. Black people owned automobiles. Now, that was before my time. Black people owned automobiles. I mean, they owned car lots. That's what I'm trying to say. They had their own dealership. And so Chicago had cleaners. Gene Chandler, Duke of Earl, he from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
So
Gene Chandler, okay.
A lot of people didn't know. Remember Reverend Barr? He's dead, but he was a big preacher back in the day.
What about, was the Reverend Ike here too? Was he in Chicago?
Reverend Ike?
Yeah, the prosperity preacher.
I think so.
Yeah, I know Johnny Coleman was. She made it. Yeah, Johnny Coleman.
Yeah, on 119.
Yeah, Prosperity Ministries. Yeah, big time.
And we know about Reverend Meeks.
Yeah, Brother Meeks, Louis Farrakhan. We said that already. Jesse. Yeah, Bishop Brazier, the father Bishop Brazier. Yeah.
Yep.
So man,
it's a lot to Chicago.
Man, it's a lot to Chicago. We named some powerful names. Harold Washington, powerful name. What was that senator, the first black senator, Harold Bronze Mosley?
Harold Mosley Bronze.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some people in here that made history. And then I would say to the people that's listening, who grew up in Chicago, who are growing up now, you are just as much a part of Chicago as all these famous people that we've named. What makes this city great is our food, our culture, and in the shadow of racism, in the shadow of the violence, really the positive supersedes it. It's just that we focus on the violence and we don't focus on the positive. It's still a lot of positive things happening in this city.
Yeah, we named some tonight. A lot of some of these old restaurants, And
it's still a lot of black people doing. You can make it in this city. You just have to keep going. You have to fight. You have to keep fighting and stay focused on what it is you want to do. You can make it. That's why I haven't left, because there's really no place like Chicago. The weather is unique. You know, it can be hot here, but guess what? We all know where we got to go. We go to the lakefront, right? Yeah. And when we're at that lakefront, we are having a time of our life. We got that lake. We got that big old lake. We ain't got to worry about no sharks attacking us. We got that big old lakefront. And it's a beautiful city. We got plenty of places to go shopping and eating at downtown. It's a beautiful city. We got the Bud Bilton Parade, but we also had the Inglewood Back to School Parade. That used to be a big parade at one time.
Right. Man.
You know, then all Gale Gardens got its own little parade going on. So, I mean, we still doing it today. People are saving their money up right now, Martin, booking their trip to Chicago. They're coming to see this city.
Yeah.
While some of us are saying, I want to leave this city.
Yeah.
But trust me, you leave up out of here and you go to another city, you'll learn to appreciate Chicago. Because ain't nothing like our view. Either way, you can see it from the west, the north, the south, the east. It's a beautiful view.
Yes, it is.
Each day is a different view.
It is, Marcus. We've said some wonderful things tonight, man. I'm telling you, I am so glad that we had this great discussion tonight. And I didn't lie to y'all. When I came on live, I haven't been on live in 2 days. I didn't know what to say. And I said, some just said, put Chicago up there. Then when I put Chicago up there, said, let's talk about some good things that's happening in Chicago. And I'm going to tell you, today, Marcus, and all the rest of you panel out there, the people in the Messenger, it made me feel some type of way. It made me feel good about Chicago. Just listen to some of you guys bringing some of these memories back and talk about some good things here in Chicago. It took me back in my mind. It really did. Really took back in my mind.
I remember, Martin.
Oh, they said
all the kids would get together in the building
Go ahead.
On Christmas, right? And we would knock on each other's doors and ask, what did you get for Christmas? And And by it being snowing, sometimes we go outside and play in the snow. But we played on this. I lived on 58th and Normal at the time, and we would go across the street and play on this hill that was actually the old Rock Island line that had been abandoned. And we would slide down that hill. Unlike the white kids at the Forest Reserve, we had our little wooded area that we would play in, and we would have fun. It was a great time to be alive. And I'll tell you, when Harold Washington ran for mayor, this city was alive. It was Brandon when he ran, he almost brought back that spark. But when Harold ran, I was 10 years old when he first ran. So he had the kids involved. Harold went into all the neighborhoods. He did not discriminate. He went into all of them. Went into apartment buildings, rang doorbells, went into the schools. You want Harold? Here's Harold. It was a unique time, a great time to be alive. And it wasn't all bad with the police either. We had good police officers. We had police officers in the grammar school. They weren't in uniform. They were dressed like regular teachers, but they were there. And they weren't always mean and ready to lock you up.
They said Minnie Ripperton from here too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Yes. Okay. Wow, this is a great
And
show.
did you know, I think I heard that one of Michael Jackson's first performances, he got his start really here in Chicago, in Inglewood, when he went into a studio over there near 69th Damon. It's torn down today, but he performed. That's how he got his start. Was right here in Chicago.
Who that, Mark?
But a lot of that.
Who did you just talk about got their start in Chicago?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
The Jackson 5.
Yeah, Willie Dixon
it's
from
overlooked.
Chicago too. Yeah, he had Willie Dixon. That's a blues player, yeah.
They made hit songs.
Yeah. Do y'all remember the paper? Marcus, don't you guys remember the paper stands we used to have on just about every corner?
Oh yeah, every corner, and it just disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden. We don't see them. Buddy Guy, that's right, blues player. Yeah, Casper, yeah. Yeah, we don't see that. Taste Entertainment reowner. Yeah.
Man, Chicago was just the Bucket Boys. The Bucket Boys started here in Chicago.
Yeah, but that's right. The Bucket Boys, yeah. That's right.
Man, Chicago is just, if we sat down and wrote a book, man, all I would say is the Bureau of Tourism would be looking for us right now.
Yeah,
we're promoting our city, and we should. This is a great city. For those of you who are listening, who have never been here, you need to come here. Don't let the violence scare you away. It's carjacking and killing in every city. Chicago is a great city. Plenty of places to eat within walking distance from your hotel. And the CTA, as much as we complain about it, CTA is better than most bus lines in most other cities, trust me. And much cleaner. Trust me when I tell you. And the buses run every 5 to 10 to 15 minutes here.
Y'all remember Curtis Barbecue over there on Cottage Grove? Curtis Barbecue, he got the sauce now. Yeah, he's still living. Yeah.
What about Limbs?
Yeah, I think we mentioned Limbs over there. They still in existence. Yeah. Muhammad Ali used to live here too.
Yeah. Then there were a lot of TV shows that started here too.
Remember
Hill
that
Street Blues was filmed here.
Remember that Christian show? Come on, Awakening. Yeah,
I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah,
Liberty Temple.
Yeah,
Church.
Liberty Temple. Yes, never.
79.
Yeah, Mark, you remember all that, man.
Yeah, Route 66. They would film there. Remember, Route 66 is now Corey Brooks.
Right.
The skating, man, we had roller derby going on. And you much older than I am. Remember the disco, the little incident that happened at Comiskey Park?
No, somebody.
Where they broke the record.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't remember that, but I remember seeing it on the internet, though. It's like, when they was trying to, I remember, I remember that. Yeah.
And then that blizzard, Mayor Atlantic, that's how he lost to Jane Murray. That blizzard that hit in '79 that people don't talk about.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a big blizzard.
Big blizzard. But we're gonna leave it right there, Marcus, because we can go on and on, man.
Yep.
It was a great show, though. It was definitely a great show. We talked about, man, that Mark, you got good memory. Good memory, man.
Oh yeah.
Good memory. Have a good memory. Man, good memory. All right, people, we're gonna leave right there. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm finna.
I was just gonna say this.
Ice cream trucks.
This is a great city.
Yeah. Remember the ice cream trucks that come around in the neighborhood? They still man, I forgot all about that.
Good humor.
Yeah.
The good humor trucks, and you would chase them. And you would get ice cream. Sometimes when they wanted to, they give you free ice cream. So, yeah. The corner stores were unique, though. They were unique. Yeah. In our neighborhood, they were black owned. I just want black people to know that. Young black people. At one time, black people owned those stores, and they were family stores. And they knew you by name and face. They even knew who your parents were. So that's the Chicago I remember.
All right. We're going to end it right there. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Y'all took me. I can go to bed tonight with some on my heart tonight. I feel proud to be a Chicagoan. I really do, man. Thank y'all so much tonight. I really appreciate y'all. Already know what
you already know what it is.
What is it?
Live
and what?
Uncut, unedited,
and what?
Tell the truth
and what?
And shame the devil.
I love being black.
I love being
you
black.
know who was that guy who used to run real fast? It was a track guy. He got buried here over there on 6-7 in Stony Island. I mean Cottage Grove. Jesse White. Was it Jesse White that runner? It was a runner. He was a track star. Yeah. Jesse Owens. That's what that was. Okay, people. I appreciate y'all. I was born in the Woodlawn Hospital. It's no longer there. 61st and Drexel. It's no longer there. Man, we had a lot of people here, people. Appreciate you guys. I couldn't get all you guys' comments. We had the Public Defender newspaper, the Copper Box. Remember that? South Shore Drill Team still in effect. The End of the Rainbow. Remember that? Holiday Train. Yep. Leon's Barbecue. We mentioned that. I love being black. Yeah. All right. Chicago Suntown. We still had that. Yeah. All right, people. I got to get out of here. Thank y'all.
I love being black.
Peace out.